Trading is all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins.
1 2 1 2.
Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special?
Hola, Thomas.
Take back control of your
Hello,
investments.
How are you?
I'm direct. And you?
Very good. Very quiet
Good to
days
hear.
recently. Extremely quiet recently, the market. Shitty sideways movements, yeah. When those of you who followed me for many years, or just a couple of months, I've been saying it since the beginning of the summer period that August is going to be one of the worst, and you guys can confirm it or deny it. What do you think about
Yes.
the August? It is pretty horrible, isn't it?
It's month end too, so
Yeah,
all together.
absolutely.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Francisca. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
How is your trading going?
Very good. I'm trading better.
Wow.
I feel, at least.
At least someone
Yeah.
is surviving.
Yeah. That was the goal this month, to trade better. Maybe not to make so much money, but making good trading decisions.
Good. Stay above the water in it.
Yeah, to survive.
Very good.
In the boat, how is
What?
it? Boat,
The what?
your boat?
It's resting now. It's going to be a competition this weekend.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, not the last of the year, but it's a big one, so I'm going to take it out. And then next week, holiday, the whole week with family. It's after it's after, because everyone goes on holiday in July and August. September is one of the most underrated holiday. Well, obviously everyone's working.
It's the best.
Back to school, but September is the best.
Yeah, no one around.
Yeah. You can go full naked on the beach. No one cares.
Good idea.
So
To get a good time.
yeah, I'm gonna have a final summer holiday for this year, and in October traveling again to somewhere nice, maybe in Europe, city trip. That's it. No other plans, really.
Good. I guess
Today,
with your. Mhm.
today I decided to do a live session, but it is extremely disappointing. I entered into position, got stopped out within less 5 minutes. I mean, it's not really good when you say you lasted only 4 minutes, is it?
What you bought or sell?
I bought gold.
Oh,
Got stopped out. But if you look on the chart on the screen, you can see prices is this ugly consolidation sideways movement. Did catch about 70 to 100 pips twice with the sell and the buy, but it's just moving sideways, and I don't expect too much from gold in the next 2 weeks. The reason why, last week of August, first week of September, so everyone, even my colleagues in the banks and, where I used to work, they're preparing for, kids to school, they're going on the last holiday, so liquidity. There is liquidity, but not the kind of liquidity we want. It's not the nice liquidity. So the next 2 weeks is going to be pretty, and then from second week of September, mark my words, it's going to be so much better. Those of you who traded last year, how was September trading? Hello, Manjit. Yeah, it was so much better. We had this every single year is the same. August starts good, finishes very bad, and then September comes just like this. The market goes absolutely crazy. Also, it's the running up to the presidential election in the US, and there's going to be so many things. The blockbuster movies, there's a reason why they're releasing it in, after September and not August.
Yeah, I remember, Thomas. Last winter was crazy. Like we were getting all trades right.
Absolutely.
Good
So
afternoon,
anyway,
Thomas.
hello, Kai. So, Francesca, what is your secret to be profitable in a shitty market?
I don't. I've been trading, following a little bit more like smart money concepts for the technicals. So I enter when there is a change of character. Let's say in the 5 minutes, if there is a higher high than the last one, a lower high, then I enter in the fair value gap, which is this like space between, you know what I mean.
Very good. Absolutely. If it makes money, continue doing it.
Yeah, and then I just try it. Sometimes I don't hold so much. I take profit sometimes quicker than I used to try to hold, so better.
How does it work out? So holding in the current market conditions, closing positions as soon as possible, or holding it a little bit longer?
I take profit and I set break even, and I left some runners. So, but I do it quickly. I set break even quickly because you know how it is.
In and out.
And if it breaks the structure down, then I'm out. I try at least. But let's say like now it's going up with the structure in the gold, at least I see. And it hasn't break yet, so I think why it's not gonna go and take the highs like the all-time high. It's so close.
Yeah, it is very close yet so far, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just
true,
bouncing on and off in this constellations. There's a glimpse of hope that it's going to break through. Oh no, it's wipe stop loss again.
Yeah,
every time. Scalpers paradise, but even scalpers, if you look at the chart, so I marked these zones, the resistance and the support, but even these are not guaranteed because look at the noise down here. How many traders get stopped out here? A lot.
So
the top is much cleaner, so maybe yeah, people should follow maybe support and resistance in uncertain times. That seems like working properly.
The now the support that is created in 2004.95, it was actually the all-time high in the daily time frame. Like resistance became support. It was
the closing time. I mean the closing price, right?
Yeah.
So this was the closing. If I go to the daily, that was the closing. 25.25.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyhow, in the meantime, I started drawing up the game plan for today because we have some economic data today. I don't have high expectations for today because exactly the shitty market conditions and the crappy liquidity, the quality of liquidity, not the volume, but even volume is quite low. So you can see that we have the usual weekly jobless claims continuing and initial, but also we have something called the GDP, which is going to be the Q2 revision. The second revision for Q2, which is going to be interesting. We have also consumer spending, home sales a little bit later. Not the sexiest data, but something that we can trade. So GDP is definitely good. Jobless claims is good if the data is significantly beyond expectations. Higher, lower, doesn't matter. Just has to be a surprise. Yeah. How about the GDP? Can someone help me draw up the GDP? Because I did the jobless claims and I need to do GDP now.
I think if Kai, you can speak.
Go ahead, Janelle. Go ahead.
Go on, Guy.
Okay, so higher GDP is sort of inflationary for the US economy. So you could expect gold to come down, but it has to be sort of significant.
So higher GDP, right? You saying higher GDP would do what?
Bring gold down.
Why is that?
Because higher GDP means inflationary in the US economy, which is good for the US dollar.
What is the GDP? What does it represent?
The gross domestic product.
Which is, in other words...
Which is how much product a company is producing.
How much money is flowing to market?
Whoa! There's a simple word, an economic terminology for this. It's called output.
Yeah.
Brilliant, isn't it? Output. How much output the US is producing? Because in output, you can put everything in it. You can put products and services. So you don't need to really go into the nitty-gritty. You just say higher GDP means more output. More output means more, the economy is overheating. More economic activity. So if you want to sound really smart, try to to be able to better describe these kind of dynamics and theories, use these
certain
words.
Terms. Yeah,
certain terms. So it's like groupings, and it's easier to describe, and you don't need to go into more details, because more details, the high chances you're going to say something not good. So higher GDP, more economic output, overheating economy, thus gold sell-off. So anyone else agrees with Kai?
Yes.
Anyone else?
I mean, I think actual is better for the economy. How to say higher is better for the US, right?
It is better for the US, but now we're talking about. So we need to summarize a few things. We need to think about a few things. So if we have higher GDP, that means there's more economic output. If there's more economic output, that means we still have a fully functioning economy. could be overheating economy, but not overheating now because the labor market started to weaken. So you need to think, is it good for the monetary policy or not? Is it in line with the monetary policy goal, which is 2% inflation and full employment? That's the dual mandate of the Fed. And the current situation in the US is we have mixed data for God knows how many months.
Yes.
So is significantly higher GDP, I do agree that gold would sell off. And a significantly lower GDP.
Sell,
Say it again. What's up, Ayman?
I don't think you're talking to.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I do agree with that. The only thing when things could go completely the opposite, if we have, no, that would be labor market. That would be labor market. If we have a very low GDP, a significantly low GDP, that would have a different effect. Why is that?
Because it's very bad for the economy.
Yeah, imagine
Right?
if yeah, exactly. Imagine that the US is printing like a very. Do you remember what happened last month on the NFP when it printed a very low number, 114K? That was a 4-year low.
it was
And
going
the
up then.
Sell off.
No, the market was crashed. There was one of the biggest market crash in the last 2 years.
Was that the news was coming out, then was going up, then after that it was crashing? Wasn't that way? Or
Yeah, but it took like 2 hours for traders to
yeah.
ignite it, but
True.
it did ignite. So when NFP printed out a ridiculously low number, a 4-year low number, which ideally would have been very bullish for gold, it had the complete opposite effect. The reason why is because it pushed traders and investors over the edge, and everyone started panicking like, wow, there's a very low number. We are in a recession. Again, we are in a recession or heading into a recession with this low number. So it had the complete opposite effect. So yes, we need a lower GDP number today, but we don't need a too low GDP number today. This is how we're dancing. The market is on an edge right now. It's tricky, isn't it?
Mm.
And right now, the market is selling off.
Did you see the Nvidia earnings last night, Tomasz, after market close?
Yeah, perfect
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah, but we still see there was still a sell-off. The initial reaction.
Yeah, and why was that? Do you know?
Well, I guess. Well, I mean, expectations beat Wall Street. Well, the forecast, the numbers beat Wall Street's expectations, but I guess investors would want to see sort of a monstrous sort of number to
Yeah.
kind of indicate that they're a big company and they mean business, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. So expectations and market sentiment. So even the good numbers weren't good enough for traders and investors. They wanted to see something bigger. It's like my ex-girlfriend. Nothing was enough. She wanted a bigger, you know. King Shack is asking, Tomasz, you in any trades? I was in a trade, but I got immediately closed out. And no, not in any other trades. If we talk about gold, no other trades. No other trades. So these are the positions I have open. Full transparency in it. No new trades on gold. To be honest, like, you know, from looking at the market right now, I would sell it, but the reason why I wouldn't sell it is because the range is now, it's in the middle of the range. So, you know, 50% chance it's going to go up or down. Any news on NASDAQ? Oh no, I haven't looked at NASDAQ, but maybe it's time we look at NASDAQ. Yeah, I looked at NASDAQ and I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. To be fair, I would sell NASDAQ. Exactly because the AI story and the forecast Nvidia gave yesterday, they expecting a bit of slowdown. And also one of the biggest markets in the whole world is going to be slowly closed down from the chip industry, which is China. If you follow the other news, I think that's going to limit the market. But on the other hand, if you look at the chart, that looks like a perfect bull flag.
Can I share my analysis on NAS?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, if you go over to the daily chart quickly. You see sort of the bottom of that trend line from the, you see that area there. I could see it going into there before interest rate cuts, but then obviously sooner to the time I could see NAS going straight back up to the 20,000 because one, you obviously have all this trend line liquidity here, this bull flag, sorry, that you was talking about, have all that trend line liquidity there. We have all this liquidity around the 18,800 zone as well, and the Nvidia story as well. They're expected to, within their conference yesterday, they're expected to release their Blackwell chip around Q4, which obviously ties in with the interest rate cuts, which is obviously a favorable environment for NAS as well.
Very good. Can you tell me more about the Blackwell chip?
Yeah, so they had to postpone the chip.
Why?
But
what was the core reason?
Manufacturing issues, I'm pretty sure, but I can't say for certain.
Yes, and yeah, there were multiple reasons, but what is the result of manufacturing issues?
More spending.
More spending, and the product is gonna be
more expensive.
And it's gonna be on time in the market?
It's gonna be what, sorry?
Is it gonna be on time in the market?
On time?
No. Delays.
Oh, delays.
As soon as if you tune in to an earnings call, remember what happened in Tesla in 2016, 2018? They were burning cash. If you mention production issues in any earnings call, I guarantee the market is going to go crazy and just sell off everything they have. It's not good.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. They also mentioned a 50 billion buyback that they're doing in their stock.
It's like going on a date with a very hot girl and she mentions chlamydia, you just want to get out of the room. It's the same as, you know, production issues. No, just get the fuck out.
What could we see with Nvidia buying back their stock and spending 50 billion? Would that affect it a lot? Or
well, definitely would help them for them as a life buoy to keep it up above the sinking ship.
Yeah, because them doing that is obviously them indicating that they think that what they have is obviously strong and they believe in their product, right? If they're buying back 50.
Just delaying the inevitable, which is going to be a sell-off soon.
Oh, right, okay.
But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. So, who's drawing on my chart? Anyway. How can I get out of the annotation? Oh, it's so annoying. There you go. All right. So, yeah, there was a question about NASDAQ. It's very difficult. So on one hand, you have the whole issues with the chip industry. You have the Nvidia sell-off last night because of the disappointing earnings call and forecast. On the other hand, you have the market sentiment, which is clearly strong. It was strong. So I would advise to wait for the market open in an hour and look at the bull flag. If it breaks out, most likely it's going to bounce off from the weekly pivot. So you can try long, but if it goes below the daily pivot, then it's going to sell off. And for some reason, I would be on... I tell you which side I'm on in a minute. But other than that, no other positions, nothing at all. Pipe and 360, GU reversal, head and shoulder, H4. I never trade head and shoulder. I don't say I never trade, but I don't like to put my money on things that looks actually really good head and shoulder. But I would never place my money on something like this. Oh, look, there's a head and shoulder. No. From my perspective... No music?
Sorry? Yes, no music.
No music. You want music? What kind of music do you want? Yanar?
Something classic.
Something classic.
Yes.
Can you hear the music?
It's too low volume. That's good.
Good. So GBP USD, aka the cable, you have two countries against each other, and I think the sterling is going to strengthen against the dollar, as you see from this beautiful rally right here. And who asked the question about GU? Yeah, GU reversal, head and shoulder. So look into the monetary policy of both countries. Who's going to cut interest rate first, and who's going to be most likely to cut interest rate first? Karandeep Singh, any view on gold? No, I'm waiting for the data in 15 minutes, and then I'm going to make a decision.
Tamas, just a quick one. I have a sort of personal question I need to ask you in private. What's sort of the best possible way to get in contact with you? Is it Discord or?
Yep, just drop me a DM and I my reply.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
So Irvan Santos is asking what is Forex. Forex is the broker I'm using. How can we join the group like Kai? Hehe, you have to be a member. That's the only requirement, as per se. To join the Alpha community, I'm posting a link into the YouTube chat right now. Use that link and join the community. So going back to TradingView, people asking about gold, our beloved gold. And this is my view on gold. So I'm going to be placing my decision mostly on economic data. Currently, I would not enter into any position because if you look at the chart, gold is ranging for 6 days now within this consolidation. And we need a catalyst for gold to break out.
Well, today and tomorrow is that day.
Yeah. Especially tomorrow, you know, the market is Friday, almost the last day of the month, so we can expect some big volatility. And also we have PCE, which is another inflation. It's the Fed's favored inflation indicator. King Shaq Thomas, your account size is mind-boggling. There's always a bigger one out there, brother. It's not unique. Until an issue, good broker, really so good, so important. Yeah, Forex is a good broker. I can definitely watch for them. Kai, Forex is very good customer service. Yep, 100%. I got so drunk with Andre the other day. Rajkumar Murugesan, jobless claims data is unchanged. What is the market reaction? I assume you're asking what is the market reaction when jobless claims data is unchanged. It's a good question, brother. Gold is going to move probably sideways as it did for the last 6 days. But also remember that we have GDP today. So we have to focus on multiple things. Plus, take into account the revision. So let me show you something. For example, you look at continuing jobless claims, opening up on a new chart. If you look in the economic calendar and you see the date, you see the data, and next to the data you see a little orange dot or a little yellow dot. That means if there's a yellow dot next to the number, that means the previous number has been revised. And have a look how many times did they revise jobless claims. Every single time they're revising. Now, if the revision is significant, then I have some bad news. You have to add another variable, another thing to focus to look at. Tomasz, were you trading during the Wall Street crash? Which one? There was quite a few in the past few years. The last housing one. You mean the 2008 financial crisis? No, I wasn't actively trading, so I wasn't in the industry. I was only, I think I was 19 at the time. We have 9 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. If you just joining the stream, first hit the like button. That gives feedback for me that you want to see more live trading. The second one is read the chart. It has some very important information. Third one is I don't have any open positions on gold, so let me just pull up my MetaTrader. No positions on gold. If I were to front run, I would just sell right now. But the problem is at 25.09, we have a strong support level. So this is a strong support level. This is where we have the daily and the weekly pivots. So I'm going to put it at 25.07 because that is the average in between the daily and the weekly pivot. And if you have an indicator I can add to MetaTrader for the daily pivots, please let me know. Franco is saying, I read somewhere that Japan will buy more foreign bonds. Shouldn't that push GBP Japanese yen higher? And why they talk about buying bonds? How long of an impact will it have on the market? Hour, day, or a week? You have to understand the carry trade that's going on in Japan. So I show you a chart of the yield curve in Japan and other developed countries. So Franco, just look at the chart now. Look at the screen right now. So the reason why I would wait with this kind of speculation that you're doing right now is because most likely you're going to get it wrong if you don't know what is the carry trade. So if you look at Japan, which is the bottom pink line, this is the Japanese 2-year yield on the government bond, on a 2-year government bond. You can see that the rate was negative for almost 2 decades, just 20 years. It's a long time. The Japanese government bonds offered no yield. Actually, you paid. So anyway, what Western traders did, they borrowed in Japanese yen, converted the money into dollar, and they bought higher yielding assets such as US government bonds, because the yield differential was so huge that it was free money. That is called a carry trade. When you don't have to do anything, you just literally, this strategy is buying in, getting out a loan in yen and investing it in high yielding assets, and you don't do anything. This is the carry trade. Bond traders know exactly what the carry trade is. So you need to understand the dynamics and what happens when Japan is recently started raising interest rate, meaning that all of those trillions and trillions of carry trades going to be unwind because the scissor is closing in. Western is decreasing the yields, Japan is increasing. So this has a perverse and different effect on the market. So read up about the monetary policy in Japan. And going back to the chart, so we have 5 minutes until the data release. Will you stream PC tomorrow? Maybe. I was planning to. I'm gonna go for a lunch tomorrow with my housing developer, my builder. And then if we finish in time, then yeah, we can do. When is the PC tomorrow?
It was same time.
Same time, 2:30, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can do.
And the later was Chicago PMI.
Anburai, this week very poor price action. Yeah, price is moving sideways. Absolutely terrible. Sabid, any free signal tomorrow? No, brother. I'm gonna be busy for the next 10 days, so I won't be posting anything on social media. Won't be doing any live trading. I will be completely away from charts. Undisputed Forex teachings. Hello, Tamash. Why does investors buy 2 years treasury bond yet 1 month treasury bill pays almost the same? More please on your votes. I need to look at the bills currently. What is the offering? But it doesn't mean that they're not buying the bonds. So there could be various reasons. The first one is not everyone is allowed to buy treasury bills. The second one is you need to understand what is the cost with the transaction. So going back to the first one, some companies are absolutely not allowed to buy short-term government bonds. They invest, for example, pension funds. They invest in the long run. So it doesn't matter if the market is crashing, the stock market. They keep buying stocks. There are some traders and offices who buy specifically specialized in buying short-term debt, which are bills, so less than 2 years. There's the reason. So not everyone is allowed to buy. But if the 1 month treasury bill pays the same as the 2 year, that means investors are really have a bad outlook for the foreseeable future, for 1 month ahead. It signals that the market participants or investors are not happy. They demand higher yields for their money. Unknown person. Do we have any running trades? It's going to be unknown. Shiko, so what is your bias today regardless of news? I would look for cautiously bullish. So on the chart you can see I already marked a potential entry point, second entry point, because I had a stop loss hit today, 25.09. If everything works out perfectly, so if we have, for example, higher jobless claims and lower GDP, then we could have a sell the news and buy the effect type of scenario. I would not aim to 25.65. Maybe the previous highs are sufficient.
30 second.
Oh, 30 second. Okay. 20 second. Make sure you shout out the data if you see it. So we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And what is the data?
Shout it out.
Jobless lower
Lower jobless claims
and higher GDP.
and higher
Oh,
GDP. Then it's an easy sell, isn't it? Let me have a
Ooh, look
look
at
the
that.
data.
Spiked both directions.
Yeah. Welcome,
well,
Mike.
hello, right?
Welcome.
So what does it indicate if, we have higher GDP and lower jobless claims? There's a clear sell, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, enter into a sell. Just enter it now. Gonna put the stop loss in a minute. Just wait for the volatility. Right now, price is massaging the daily and the weekly pivot, the daily pivot. If it breaks through, yep, running in 20 pips of profit. 25, 22. Oh, Pan got stopped out. Damn it. He was looking good. Okay, running in 24 pips of profit. But let me show you a problem. Here we have the daily and the weekly pivot. Right here. So price has to break through two very important support levels, and it's now at the bottom of the consolidation. So make the money, take the money. Right now the position is running in 34 pips of profit based on the economic data which was just printed, meaning that GDP came out higher. It came out, yeah, reasonably higher. Jobless claims initial came out lower, well, slightly lower, so it's not extremely strong data, but it was strong enough to push down gold 34 pips, and now it's climbing back based on the weekly and the daily pivot. So here's my take. Based on the data, I would stay in the sell. Looking at the price section, I would enter into long, because look at the support and resistance right here. What to do, what to do. Tough decision. Take away 300, 400 pounds. Cover the breakfast for tomorrow for the family.
Yes. Because we are still in range 2, so
Is it gonna break through the daily and the weekly pivot? What do you think?
I think not.
Shabazz Syed saying Tamaj buy from 2506. Yeah, that's the weekly pivot. That's reasonable. I agree with that. You know what? I'm going to close down in 13 pips of profit. And I'm out of the position. In profit for the day.
Take the money, take the money.
Yeah, I mean, it's only for, psychology. At least I can say I booked the day, closed the day with profit. The reason why I closed down, because I started having second thoughts, exactly because of the support of the daily and the weekly pivot. I started questioning like, oh, is it going to hold? Is it going to... Because, if historically look at the consolidation, how many times it got bounced back? Yes, it did break through the support, but then it bounced back. Yes, it broke through the resistance, but then it just melted. So it is a shit market, and my advice, if you make money, 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips, make the money, take the money, because the next 2 weeks, guys, is going to be quite crap. So here's my take. It's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, who made some money today, even if it's 1 pip?
Yeah. Me.
Good. Good. Same trade, make the money, take the money, even just covers your weekend dinner. Yeah, if you made, a couple of £100 of dollars, just take your loved one out for dinner. Or, doesn't matter, spend it on your, whoever you like. Boyfriend, girlfriend, or both. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm not interested looking at this ugly consolidation anymore. Today, you need to keep your eye on home sales, which is going to be in an hour and 30 minutes, and you have New York Open coming out in an hour, and NASDAQ, I would enter into sell. Here's a free signal for you, but wait for the open, because price might goes a little bit higher, and then I would look for sell, mostly because of the AI story and Nvidia disappointing earnings. One question from Franco. I have another stupid question. There is no stupid question, brother. The data is good for the dollar, so will the market sentiment shift to rate cuts again, or is the rate cut already fully priced in? That's what we don't know really, brother, that how much is priced in. The problem is that Jay Powell hasn't confirmed crucial information. He said, yes, there will be a rate cut. He didn't say by how much and when. It's pretty significant information to leave out. So we don't know how much is priced in. But looking at gold, I think it's most likely priced in already. Yeah. Anyway, I wish you guys a relaxing day. And see you all most likely tomorrow. If not, then after my holidays. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Nice evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, Thomas.
Thanks, Thomas. Bye.